What is going on, guys? We are bringing it back with another Milk Talk.
Dun, 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 dun.
Today we are going over
the world's greatest podcast.
True. Check us out.
Check us out. Follow us.
We are going over
Like, subscribe.
the MVP list / most valuable coach. All the awards, yeah.
Honors night.
And
NFL honors night.
I think we'll also talk about some coach hirings, maybe. Do you want to talk about that first? What do you want to talk about first? You want to bring this in last?
We bring this in first. We'll talk about the coaches first. Fuck it. We'll talk about the coaches first. Like, obviously everybody knows. Go ahead.
See this guy right here? You're looking at the MVP of next year. Regardless, we got Jim Harbaugh, baby. Let's go. Moving on, though.
Sorry, guys, for all that awkwardness.
I'm excited about it. Everybody who's a Chargers fan excited about it. You know what I'm not excited about, though? All these random fucking people coming out being like, oh my god, Chargers. Who the fuck are you? We have had, like, no fans. Our own stadium gets more fans from the away team than our home team.
Yeah.
And then all those people were like, oh, yeah.
That's why it's
I
easy
knew
to buy
Justin
your
Herbert
cards.
was good.
That's why it's easy to buy cards for your team.
Kill yourself. Oh. Regardless, another coaching that just happened. I guess we could talk about the Panthers.
Yeah, Panthers hiring some. Who they hire?
They hired the Buccaneers
The Bucs.
offensive coordinator. I cannot recite his name. Sorry.
Brian
Forgot.
something, right? Collins.
Do you know what he said though?
What?
He said, "I think I can turn this thing around."
The Panthers? Obviously, he's never seen the Panthers. Him. I
That
mean,
roster.
even though he played them twice, obviously
That roster, dude. Oh my god.
Dude, then who else we get? We got
who went to the Falcons? I can't remember his name. Who just went to the Falcons?
Let's go in.
You pulling it up?
Yeah, Falcons. Raheem Morris.
Who was he on?
Defensive coordinator of the Rams.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Raheem Morris. So we got those two. Those two going in.
That's crazy.
Everybody thought the Falcons were going to get Belichick. Where's Belichick going now?
He's literally doing two. First off, how do all these people get hired? How do the Panthers hire the Bucs guy? How do the Falcons hire this guy? How do any team not hire Vrabel or Belichick?
Oh, talking about Titans. Yeah, Titans hired the offense coordinator from the Bengals, Brian Callahan. That's Brian.
They didn't hire Pete Carroll. He's still actually out there hunting.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I mean,
Pete Carroll's old, but
yeah,
still.
I know you got Belichick and you got Vrabel out there looking for a job for sure.
And they're hiring all these people that aren't really long-term options, I feel like.
I mean, yeah, but you hire them to be long-term options, right? That's what you're hiring them
You're
for.
hoping so, anyway.
Yeah, you're hoping that, dude that went to the Panthers is right. He can turn it around. But without a first-round pick, I don't know how he's going to turn anything around. But, yeah, Green Bay, thank God we got rid of Joe Barry. That's something we needed. Like, our defense has not been good since he's came. It's been bottom. Like, we've always had a terrible run defense, and that was his whole thing when he came in. And we were like 28 and 23.
That's crazy.
Like, in rush defense. So
I didn't know we shared this in common. That's his thing when he came in there?
No, he said that. Yeah, I mean, that was his whole thing because he was coming from the Rams. They just won the Super Bowl.
Oh, that's crazy. Do you know who this sounds like?
Who?
Sounds just like Brandon Staley.
Yeah.
The Rams too?
He wasn't the head coach though.
Yeah.
He wasn't our head coach. And
that's crazy.
Dude, the good thing is, Vrabel's still out there. Matt LaFleur coached on Vrabel's staff in Tennessee. Vrabel, come on up to Green Bay, coach on LaFleur's staff. Come on up. We'll accept you. We'll take you in.
I thought everyone was saying he was going to go to the Patriots because he used to be associated with the Patriots.
Yeah.
But
then Jared Mayo got it.
Did you see? I did not know about what he said.
Yeah.
He said, you go ahead. Tell him, because I don't know the quote. He said basically, if you are not black, I do not want you to play for me.
Yeah.
Even though all their quarterbacks are white. Fuck them. No quarterbacks. You don't need one.
I mean, that's the problem. Is like, what if Jim Harbaugh would have just said that when he got the Chargers?
Our team, I have to say, there's a lot of white dudes on our team.
He was like, if you're not white, I don't want you on my team. That's fucked.
Not Dicker.
Yeah, that's fucked. Like why? I don't understand. Like, then that dude in the early, halfway through the season where he's like, we should have an all black versus an all white Pro Bowl. That's stupid. Like, why in the actual?
Why does color matter?
Yeah, why does it matter?
It's football. Who cares?
It should be your work ethic, and
you should want to play.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what color, race, religion. It doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. I don't know why.
The game of football.
I don't know why these people are making it matter. Doesn't make sense.
Because sadly, this is the world we live in, and if you say something, I have to swallow my pride to say this. If you say something so brave yet so controversial, it gets clickbait, and it gets views, and people love that. So that's probably why he said it, to put a fire under him for whatever fucking reason. I don't know why, but people do that all the time for headlines.
I get that, but I don't know. I mean, the headline things, that's stupid. Just dumb.
That's just the world we live in. It sucks.
Yeah. Click here to see Taylor Swift.
If you want to see Taylor Swift and Jason Kelsey making fun remarks and comments in the booth, click here.
Yeah, click right here.
It'll take you to RedTube.
Yeah. Take you to redtube.in.og.u. Can't find it. No. Oh, snap. Sorry.
Moving on.
Moving on. Is that all the head coaches that's been hired so far?
Sure.
We still got the Commanders that need one.
Yep.
The Titans need one.
No,
Titans don't need one.
Vic Fangio.
Vic Fangio.
He just signed with the Eagles. He just left. He just left the Dolphins. He said he wants some more time with family. I guess where his family is Philadelphia. Sure. And he wants to go there. And apparently last time, before he went to the Dolphins, he was going to play at the Eagles, but the Dolphins was more right for his life at the time. So
he's using life as an excuse all the time then.
That's what he said.
It's not that I want to go here because I think I can coach better or I can help this team. It's my family's up there.
I'll pull it up.
No, I'm not saying you're making it up. I'm just saying
it's a little BS.
These comments are starting to get a little sketchy here. Like he's like, well, I mean, I got to go down to Florida. My family. I got to go out to Philadelphia.
My family looks awesome on the beach. I gotta live there.
Yeah. What?
Man, I don't like the beach anymore. What about Philly? Philly was cool. Yeah. Oh, the Eagles need a job?
Yeah. Oh, my God. They just fired everybody in house. Here I come.
Did they? They really?
No, I don't know.
What a surprise.
Yeah. But let's get on to these awards here, Gage. Let's get on
all right. So right off the rip, guys, we got MVP. It's pretty controversial. I think we both agree that there should not be two people from the same team on here.
No, definitely.
Throw it out there.
I did not even know that was a thing. I didn't know CMC and Purdy were on here. Pretty stupid because it's just dumb. It's just dumb. Like, so you're telling me if I take McCaffrey off the team, it's the same value if I take Purdy off the team. That's what you're telling me right now. That's exactly what they're telling me with this thing.
I'm just going to say I don't think the bottom two should be MVPs because they're not even the MVP on their respective teams. I think if you're going to make anybody the MVP on the San Francisco 49ers, it's definitely CMC. And for the Cowboys, it would probably be CeeDee Lamb this year. He's broke so many records this year.
Yeah.
We'll cut those two out.
So my, I sat there and said this earlier. My whole thing is with this, right? So Lamar has, look this up real quick. I think Lamar has a total of 29 touchdowns. I think he has 24 passing and 5 rushing. Okay. So 29 touchdowns is an MVP caliber. And I think that he's got about 4,500 total. I think he's got like 3,700 passing and 800 rushing. So it's like 4,500 total yards. That's an MVP. If you take Lamar off the team,
24 touchdowns.
24 passing, how many rushing? 5. So he's got 29 total. 29 total touchdowns.
I'd have to literally look at it. Hold up. We'll do it. For science.
Yeah, I think he's got
1. Oh, he has 5 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. So 29 total.
Yep.
And I think Josh Allen, we look his up real quick.
Yep.
I think Josh Allen has 44. I think he has 29 passing and 15 rushing.
$29 passing, 50. You're right on the money.
Yeah, so I just feel like you take Lamar off of the Ravens, okay? You take Lamar off the Ravens. I feel like with that defense there, they are still capable of winning with Huntley. So I don't think Lamar Jackson with 29 total touchdowns to someone that has 44 total touchdowns, I don't even think it's comparable. I get it. Josh Allen has, I think, 9. I think I did this. It's 9 more turnovers. They both fumbled twice. And Josh has 9 more interceptions thrown than Lamar does. So obviously, you take Josh Allen off the Bills, they don't make the playoffs. They don't win. They don't even get close because he does enough. He does enough with his legs that, I think he's got almost 5,000 total. I think he's got like 500 rushing. Lamar has 800. So, and then Josh Allen has like 4,200 yards passing. And Lamar Jackson has like 37. So I feel like, it's obviously going to come down to Lamar and fucking Josh Allen. They don't ever give it to the running backs or wide receivers. So Christian McCaffrey, get the fuck out of here. So the two on the bottom, like he said, don't deserve it. Get him the fuck out of here. So it's definitely, to me, down to Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. And I feel like an MVP is somebody, if you take them off the team, they can't win. You take Lamar off a team with a solid defense, like the Ravens got, I still think they win. I don't know if they win 13 games. They might still win 11. You take Josh Allen off, they're not winning 11. They're probably winning 6.
I don't think if you don't have Lamar on the Ravens, I feel like they don't win the AFC. Like they don't get the bye or whatever.
Oh, they probably don't. But you take Josh Allen off, you're not making the playoffs, let alone the AFC East.
Yeah.
You're not making the playoffs.
That's
me. So mine would be Josh Allen. My MVP would be Josh Allen.
I think CMC is an incredible asset to any team. The dude literally does it all. Big fan. He probably should deserve MVP, to be honest, but they're probably not going to give it to him. The dude had like the most consecutive games with touchdowns ever.
Yeah, it's 2 seasons though. Like that's from the end of last season, but it was playoffs in this season. Like you can't just.
Yeah, I know, but still, the dude's an absolute beast. He's a complete difference maker. Lamar, he's a difference maker. He breaks out tackles all the time. The dude just like is a wizard back there.
I'm not trying to take anything away.
I know.
Lamar's an awesome player to watch. I just feel like 29 touchdowns isn't an MVP caliber.
I'm just giving my 2 cents.
Dude, for fuck's sakes, Christian McCaffrey had 21 rushing, I believe. So, our 21 total touchdowns.
Yeah, it's 21 total.
Fuck, that's 8 less than Lamar as a quarterback.
Lamar, he's a star out there, and he's been playing his heart out. Does he deserve MVP? I don't know.
The first time he got it, he did deserve it. He had like 40 fucking touchdowns. He had like 1,000 rushing yards and almost 4,000 passing. So he deserved it. I'm not sitting there trying to take that one away from him. I just don't feel like he deserves a second one yet.
I feel like Josh Allen has had a lot of games where, yes, if you take them off the team, they lose a lot more games. However, Josh Allen, he's had a lot of games where he himself was the person throwing the game away by allowing multiple interceptions. He had a weird streak of interceptions I didn't really understand. He'd just go for like really bad reads sometimes. Like the dude would just chuck it down the field, which I get it. He's the gunslinger. That's what he does. But I feel like sometimes he just really costs him the game.
Yeah. And I mean, I know some of his turnovers, some of his interceptions, like, you know, 3rd and long, right? If you chuck it 60 yards downfield and it gets picked off in
It's
the 10,
still way down there, yeah.
in the 10, like that's better than a punt. That's better than a punt.
That's probably their argument, honestly.
Yeah. And I mean, that's probably why. I'm not saying all of them are like that. I'm just saying, you know, maybe of the, I think he threw 14 or 15, I think, of all the ones he thrown, you take off like 2 or 3 of them, and you're like, you know, that's probably what he was trying to do.
That's fair.
That's just me.
I'm still going to give it... Give me Lamar or CMC. Gonna say it. I hope CMC does do it because it would be the first ever MVP that's not a quarterback.
I wouldn't.
It wouldn't be? There's one other? How many other?
There's been multiple.
I thought there were only quarterbacks for like the last 20 years.
20 years might be.
Like in our lifetime.
20? Oh, no. Not in my lifetime. 31 years? No. You had Eddie George win it. You had Barry Sanders, I'm pretty sure, won it 1 year. You had, there's 1 year, Peyton and somebody, I think it was Peyton and Eddie George shared it. It wasn't even a unanimous MVP. They shared an MVP.
That's
They
cool.
both got an MVP.
Maybe they'll do that this year. That's cool.
I know, but I just don't feel like there wasn't anything McCaffrey did that he didn't break no records. Like, I feel like to win it as a running back or receiver, you have to break some type of record. Or have like some crazy stat where you're like averaging, you know, for running backs, like 9 yards a carry would be fucking wild. Like, I just don't see McCaffrey winning it because, you know, all these people were like, oh, he got this many yards because it's totaled. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why people want to reach with stats anymore.
Make themselves look better.
Or, you know, like make up like, oh, he's had 17 games in a row, blah, blah, with touchdowns. I'm like, how are you going to sit there in 1 year, count stuff in the regular season, then not count the playoffs?
Yeah, I agree.
And then the next year, you're like, whoa, I mean, you count the playoffs now, there's 17 in a row here. Like, what? Like, you can't just be like, oh, like, what sounds better to me? Like, yeah, what sounds better? I mean, hey, like old dude said over there, he sat there and said, just make it the MVP a quarterback, the best quarterback in the league, and then make the offensive player of the year, you know, running backs, wide receivers.
Yeah. Maybe they'll switch it up.
Yeah.
Maybe not. But these 3 guys, definitely going to take the cake. These guys, I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I really don't. Moving on to...
Offensive player of the year.
Tyreek, Lamar, CD.
How the fuck Dak on this?
CMC, and Dak. Well, right off the rip, we can take off Dak. I think he's only on there because of his touchdown, which, you know what? I'll say this.
He had 36 in the regular season. I mean, that's what you got to go off of. You can't go off playoff performances.
Oh, I know.
So,
give it to Dak for just playing his heart out this year, really, but it didn't really matter at the end of the day. But, you know, we didn't really shout out Dak at all last time, but Dak played pretty solid this year, really. But Tyreek played on a whole other level this year.
My problem with Tyreek is, you know, this one I would give to CMC. Okay? This one I would give to CMC. Tyreek Hill didn't break nothing. He didn't break any records. He didn't even
he was close to 2K until he got hurt.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. CMC played the whole season.
Yeah.
So I just take, you know,
I just don't want to give it to a QB
I would
here.
either give this one to CMC or Lamar. Okay? I would give this one to either CMC or Lamar. CeeDee Lamb, I get it. He had a phenomenal end of the season, but at the beginning, he didn't really do much.
It was rough.
And then he only broke Cowboys records. No one gives a fuck. Get him out of here.
America's team.
I'd give it to Dak before I give it to CD.
Honestly, yeah, if we're not giving the award to Tyreek, then CD is behind Tyreek.
Oh,
in my opinion.
Yeah.
So if we're not giving it to him, we're not giving it to another wide receiver. But I feel like it's Lamar or CD. Or sorry. Lamar or McCaffrey. If Lamar gets MVP,
then it's obviously going McCaffrey.
it's gonna get I'm gonna do McCaffrey. But I think
if Josh Allen wins MVP,
could be Lamar.
I'd still give it to CMC for what he did.
I just don't like how there's quarterbacks on here whenever they're all on the MVP.
Yep.
But moving on.
Defensive Player of the Year.
We got 2 Cowboys, Bland, Parsons, and we got Max.
How the fuck do we get multiple team players on like all these awards here?
I don't even know who's picking these, to be honest. Are we voting these?
No, I don't understand who the fuck votes for these.
I don't know.
Like,
TCL Electronics.
Yeah, I don't know. Like,
Mad Max, Myles Garrett, TJ Watt.
Like, dude,
Where's Khalil Mack?
You take fucking Bland. Bland, get Bland out, this motherfucker.
He did break
broke
some
the record.
records, but
That was it. He didn't do nothing else.
yeah,
He got burned
He did get burned pretty
every
bad.
fucking time. If he wasn't a pick six, it was a touchdown. That's pretty much what happened. He's Trayvon Diggs all over. Okay.
Well, Trayvon kind of died before the season started.
Yeah,
So,
Trayvon last year. He's literally Trayvon last year minus the pick sixes. Like,
while we're on Cowboys, Micah Parsons, he really didn't do much this year.
he really didn't. I don't know why he's on the list.
I'm sorry, Chice. I know you're watching this. I know you're heartbroken. But realistically, if we're looking at these people, those 2 are not it.
Dude, yeah, it's down to
Crosby,
me,
Garrett, Watt.
and I feel like, dude, it's tough. Those 3 right there, Crosby, Garrett, and Watt, I love all of them guys.
Those guys?
They're awesome.
We have to admit, right? Those 3 players, those guys are the key to their defense.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
My thing, Garrett was a first overall pick. Crosby was a 4th round pick. So, God, dude, I mean, I love watching Max Crosby. Myles Garrett, though, is just a monster, dude.
He is a monster, and I feel like Myles should probably get it.
I think I'm taking Myles as well.
My thing with Myles is that dude they went through so many quarterbacks. They were like...
He's fucking clearing offensive lines, jumping them to block a field goal.
Shout out to Colts.
As a defensive fucking end. Dude.
I feel like he is the sole reason the Browns made the playoffs, in my opinion.
Dude.
So I got to give it to Myles Garrett.
I'm taking Myles as well. Crosby's a close runner.
TJ honestly played his heart out this year, too, though.
Yeah. TJ's he gets hurt every now and then, and I feel like I'm more impressed with Crosby and Garrett than I am TJ.
That's fair.
I know TJ's like the youngest to get, I think, 100 sacks. He was like the fastest to get 100 sacks, which is impressive. It's impressive.
He's a baller. I think really these 4 guys are actually like really good players on defense.
Micah didn't do much this year though.
Yeah, but he's still a dog. Like, people will see him and they're like, fuck, I gotta like get rid of this ball now.
Yeah.
But obviously Max Crosby, this dude did not miss a game. He has yet to miss a game.
And he plays like fucking 80% of the snaps. Or 90
It's 90. It's 97.
97% of the snaps. I don't know why I said 80. 97% of the snaps.
He literally fucked up his leg. And they wrapped it, and he still played the second to last week of the season.
Dude, give me Crosby, actually. I want Crosby.
I want Crosby.
I would love to see Crosby win it.
But I think Garrett gets it.
Garrett will probably get it. I would love to see Crosby get it, though.
He's a beast, dude.
Oh, yeah.
He's a dog. And the cigars. Wait, we can't forget the cigars.
Yeah, he brought cigars for when they won.
Give it to Crosby.
Give it to Crosby.
Offensive rookie of the year.
This right here I agree with. The 2 on the same team. They were
okay.
I really do. Gibbs and Laporte are fucking awesome. Me, personally, okay, I'm going to take this away, Gage.
Go ahead.
Me personally, I'm giving this to Puka.
Oh.
Because Stroud played an outstanding year, okay? Stroud had a phenomenal year. Got hurt, missed 2 games. Puka got hurt in a game, came back, played the whole season. Played with what everybody thought was a washed-up Rams team, okay? No one knew the Texans were going to be good. Bijan, get him the fuck out of here. I don't know why he's on the fucking list.
I do like Bijan, though, but...
I mean...
Who else would you put in that list, though?
No, I mean, I get it. I mean, he's got to be on there because he was, you know, I guess, fun to watch.
Oh, Addison probably could have been on there.
Yeah, Addison had an up-and-down season.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Samuel Points, dude, he's awesome.
Flowers, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. I feel
Samuel
like...
Porta, goat.
I mean, honestly, to be 100% honest, you could have put Jaden Reed there. Jaden Reed had almost 1,000 yards rushing and receiving.
And a 5th-round pick?
He was a 2nd-round pick.
But I don't know why I thought he was
that. He had 12 touchdowns, I think, which is a lot for a fucking rookie. But I say you still got to give it to Puka. He broke all the rookie wide receiver records.
Yeah.
Like everybody thought, you know, Cooper Kupp coming back, he was going to lose snaps and stuff. Still out there.
I don't think Gibbs or Robinson deserve this. Gibbs, they didn't use him until like David Montgomery. Sorry, my gosh. David Montgomery went down, and
I agree with
then Dan Campbell was like, I guess we got to use him. But he did not want to use him at the start of the season. It took until he was the guy to have to play, like the last guy surviving, basically. Yeah. Laporta has been really dominant this season.
I think he was the number 1 tight end in the league.
He was, yes. And he's been a hell of a player. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's been playing. I mean, I know you're not supposed to go off playoffs, but he's been playing in the playoffs with a bruised knee, a bum knee, dude, and he's out there still fucking catching balls and stuff.
Yeah.
Still blocking. Solid.
Puka obviously broke every Wookie.
Yeah. Every Wookie.
Every rookie wide receiver
all
record.
Them Wookiees out there.
Oh, I can't do it.
All them Wookiees.
He's broken every Wookie record. And CJ Stroud did miss games. I did not put that into my original argument with CJ. I think CJ played an outstanding season. I think he has literally rebuilt that team by himself, just out of pure willpower. Bijan, I'm sorry, I'm not putting you on this list at all. I'm not even going to give you the credit.
Yeah.
He's really not a bad back, though. I think he's a solid back, but bad team. Didn't really get to use him that much, I feel like. But CJ, Puka, definitely the picks here.
Yeah.
And with
Laporta, close 3rd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But was CJ Stroud missing those 2 games? Give me Puka.
Yeah, gotta take Puka here.
And the dude's like such a genuine guy. Every time I watch any video of Puka, he's just so thankful just to be in the room with these people.
I mean, dude, for being a 5th-round pick, dude, he's solid.
Yeah. Good for him, man.
Yep. Moving on. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Will Anderson Jr., Jalen Carter, Joey Porter Jr., Kobe Turner, Devin Witherspoon. I feel like, right off the rip, Jalen Carter shouldn't be on here. He didn't really do much, and he was hurt, wasn't he?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't even know who the fuck Kobe Turner is.
I don't either.
So
I was going to say that.
I know Joey Porter, his dad. Junior is all right. He didn't play that well. I mean, I feel like this one is definitely down to Witherspoon and Anderson.
Witherspoon's playing out of his mind. Dude.
Yeah, and Witherspoon, he did play solid. And
he's fun to watch.
I don't know who you give it to here. I really don't. I'm just gonna go with Witherspoon just because.
I was gonna say Witherspoon. I think Will Anderson's a pretty solid defensive end, and he's gonna be great for the Texans for years. But
I don't think he did enough to get himself Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He did pretty good though, but
I think Carter, like he said, shouldn't even be on the fucking list.
No. But Witherspoon, yeah, give it to him, dude. He was doing a lot on the Seahawks defense, dude. He was doing most things.
No, yeah.
So, gotta be him.
moving on. Comeback player of the year.
First, say my speak.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Damar Hamlin. Everybody's been talking about this. I know. Everyone's heard it. But Damar Hamlin, obviously, last year, Bills versus Bengals, he got life-flighted. He went into cardiac arrest. Obviously, bad things. But he's healthy now. He's good. He can play football. But he hasn't played football. He played a game. He played one full game, and then he played half a game. Not even half a game. It was like 3 snaps.
Yeah, he played in the playoffs, so that's what's wild.
I don't think he deserves it. I know everyone was like, oh my God, he's just lucky to be alive. He's the only person on this list who literally came back from death. I understand that. And I'm very hyped that he is okay and that, he's still out there doing his thing, doing his charity. Good for him. He seems like a good guy. But at the same time, I'm not giving it to him. And I'm not giving it to Tua. Because Tua, of course, he had 2 concussions last year. He wasn't even in the playoffs. Well, they were in the playoffs, but he wasn't there.
Yeah.
I can't give it to him. I really think this comes down to Stafford, Mayfield, Flacco. What do you think?
I think that dude over there that said that, it should be Flacco or Baker. The Bills already honored Hamlin by losing to the Chiefs by 3 points. That's funny. No, I think it goes to Baker. Flacco started the last 6 games for the Browns. So Baker, no one had faith in Baker. No one did. Even out the gate, Mike Evans didn't really care that they hired Baker to be his quarterback. And Baker proved everybody wrong. He won a playoff game, right?
Yeah, I feel against the Eagles, let alone.
Yeah, I feel like Baker deserves this. This is something Baker really deserves. Stafford, right? Say Stafford. He got hurt at the end of the season, and that's why Baker got this second opportunity because Stafford got hurt. But
Stafford literally put him in this position to be a starting QB.
Yeah, so I'd give it to Baker. Baker played the whole season. He didn't. I don't think he missed a game.
No.
I don't give it to Hamlin. Fuck no. And then Tua, like he said, I think Tua, Stafford, Hamlin should be off this list. It should be just Joe or Baker. And I feel like Baker has the upper hand on Joe.
Stafford, yeah, he probably doesn't deserve this at all. But the dude has played really well this year. So, honorable mention.
Yeah.
Baker, like he said, nobody had expectations for him. Mike Evans literally said he wanted to get off the team because they hired Baker at the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
Everybody, all these people who sang Baker, maybe us included, I was clowning on him. Yeah. So many people were clowning on Baker Mayfield being signed to the Bucs. People were like, the Bucs are just tanking.
I didn't really clown on him. I just didn't think. I just didn't know how Baker was going to go. Okay, because Baker had stars in Cleveland, and him and Jarvis Landry, Odell Beckham, and Amari Cooper. None of them got along. Okay,
well, I'm not saying you directly, but people were definitely clowning on it.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to see Baker get another shot. He did. He exceeded his shot. Yeah. So now he's going to probably get a solid contract.
Good for him.
Not no $40 million or whatever. He'll probably get a 4 or 5 year deal, about 28
incentives.
Yeah, 28 mil, something like that, 30 mil. But I feel like Baker wins this. He should win this.
I will say real quick, Flacco, literally sitting on his couch. He tried to get in teams. Nobody was really reaching out for him. Browns reached out to him. He's like, oh shit, I guess I got to do this whole football thing again. Goes out there, dominates the regular season. Gives Amari Cooper the best game a Browns ever had. Ever.
But
he didn't play
played his ass off.
He didn't play enough. He played 7 games, 6 games.
Yeah, and I feel comeback player of the year, obviously it should be the bottom 3 then because they played the whole season.
Yeah.
I don't think the top 2 deserve it. I just feel like stat-wise and what they were doing, I feel like Baker and Joe are the two dogs here.
Sadly, Damar Hamlin's going to get picked. We know that. It's sad. because the NFL is, if they don't pick them, they're going to get so much backlash because little white knights on Facebook and Twitter.
Yeah.
It's sad, but
I mean, Baker.
Baker's in our hearts. Hopefully the Bucs sign him.
Baker, touchdown maker.
It will.
Yeah.
Oh, we already talked about that.
Dave, dude.
Hey, wait, let's see him. Hey, look. He's got a face. I've never seen that before.
Yeah. All right, Coach of the Year.
Ooh, I'm excited about this one.
First off, you're taking Kyle Shanahan and Harbaugh out of this.
Yeah, they've been dominant.
Yeah, I mean, why the fuck? Kyle Shanahan has been there 4 or 5 times to the NFC Championship. 4 of the last 5. How the fuck is he on this list? Get him the fuck out of here.
Both of them been dominant.
Yeah, I mean, John Harbaugh, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, they made the playoffs last year. Get him the fuck out of here. Okay?
But they're good coaches, so.
They are good coaches.
Golf clap.
But get them out of here. They're not Coach of the Years. This is coming. Dude, this one's tough, okay?
Stefanski, D'Amico, Dan Campbell.
Like, it's tough, right? I sit there and said that the Texans winning against the Colts, that D'Amico was going to win Coach of the Year because he won, because they beat the Colts, made the playoffs, and, obviously made and won their division because of that.
Yeah. Well, and the Jags losing the Titans. But still.
But my argument with Kevin Stefanski is he had 5 starting quarterbacks this year. Still made the playoffs. Still had 11 wins. That's incredible.
Yeah, it is.
5 starting quarterbacks.
Honestly, yeah, Stefanski did a hell of a job wrangling that mess together. But D'Amico Ryans, literally brand new guy, brand new quarterback, bunch of rookies.
Yeah, they had no expectation.
None.
They did not expect them to make the playoffs first year.
And obviously, they had a little hiccups at the beginning, but D'Amico led that ship well. He is a people's person. The whole team just loves him. They have nothing but positive things to say about D'Amico. I think he's going to be there for several years to come. However, all this being said, I think in my heart, I'm going Dan Campbell because Dan Campbell has led this Lions team to the NFC Championship. Potentially Super Bowl after this. We don't know
yet.
It's
supposed to be regular season.
I know. But Dan has literally battled all this diversity, has been making these great draft picks.
I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away from Dan. Like, they started, like, his first season, they went 4 and 12. Then last year, they missed the playoffs. They went 8, 9, 9, and 8, one of those two. And then this year, they won the NFC North, which is solid. I mean, they played outstanding all season. I just feel like D'Amico not having anything and Stefanski having 5 starting quarterbacks trumps Dan Campbell.
That's fair. If I wasn't picking Dan, I'd pick D'Amico.
Yeah. I can't really choose between D'Amico and Stefanski. It's both impressive stats to me.
That's fair.
Like, rookies, 5 quarterbacks. It's tough. I can't really
tough
decide.
For anyone.
I just know Shanahan, Harbaugh should not be on there.
Enough.
It's like D'Amico and Stefanski are 1, Campbell's 2. Then the other 2 aren't even on there.
Yeah, dude. I'm still really impressed that the Browns made it all the way to the playoffs.
Dude, I literally thought when obviously they don't need Deshaun Watson, but
they don't need him at all.
They overpaid for trash.
The Browns single-handedly put the Texans into the playoffs, though.
Gage, I'm gonna get a trash bag and fill it up with trash. I'll let you pay 500 times what it's worth. Okay, that's what they did.
I get Deshaun, woman beater Watson.
Yeah,
let's go.
That's what they did. Moving on.
Offensive. What is that? What is that? ACO?
What the fuck is that?
Assistant Coach of the Year. Oh,
I've never seen this.
I don't know. I have no idea. I'll let you pick because I don't know any of these guys. You go right.
I'm gonna go.
I know McDonald. That's it.
I'm gonna go between Ben Johnson and Todd Monken. Todd Monken is it's his first year from Georgia. He led Georgia Bulldogs to 2 titles as an offensive coordinator. He has him and Lamar out the gate. They had all that issues with wearing a wristband, not wearing a wristband, wearing a wristband. Like, because Todd Monken likes calling plays off the wristband from up in the booth. And Lamar didn't like it on his. He felt like it got caught too easy, got caught on his sleeve, on his jersey, something like that. So then he took it off. Then he was having problems calling the right plays. Then he sat there and just bit the bullet and was like, "I'm gonna learn how to use this," because he's never used one his whole career. So I feel like Todd Monken and Ben Johnson are pretty much the 2 front runners here. I don't know much about Bobby Slowick. Jim Schwartz. Yeah, he's been around. I didn't even know they had this fucking award. So
yeah,
I don't know why Jim Schwartz should get it. He's been a head coach and shit.
You've sold me on Monken already. I'm going Monken.
Mike McDonald. Obviously, they've had a fucking top 3 defense, so he's done a solid job. Ben Johnson, he's had two years solid in Detroit.
Yeah,
he might have been there all 3 actually with Campbell, and just every year they've gotten better, and he's found a way to make Jared Goff relevant again. So
it pays off.
I'm going Monken. I gotta go Todd Monken here.
I'm not familiar with a lot of these other teams' offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator.
I just don't know how Jim Schwartz is on here with a solid defense. You got motherfucking Myles Garrett. You got, I think Clowney's on there. Zadarius Smith. Like, dude, you got like a fucking studded ass defense that you walked into. I don't know how you're on this list.
He's the best, right? God.
Bobby Slowick, he might fucking have a solid resume too, because all the rookies on this team.
Yeah.
And they put up solid numbers, so I don't know. I feel like anybody with Schwartz should win this.
All right.
Is that the last one?
That's the last one.
Ew.
Oh, wow, we're going old. What happened? Where did we go with this?
Yeah, close it out.
Yeah, NFL just has some old pictures on here.
Yeah. But,
we had a long episode today. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's our picks, guys, for all this stuff.
Let us know if you guys have any other picks for MVP. I think we're most worried about MVP and offensive rookie of the year, probably, right?
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
Or defense player of the year, I guess.
Yeah, they're just... my whole problem is who votes for this stuff?
Not the people.
Yeah. Yeah.
People sit in their office.
We see what the people vote for. You sit there and get a Pro Bowl where four teams don't get a single person in. One of those 4 teams being the Packers that went to the divisional round. The other 3 have top 5 picks. How does that make sense?
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
But you know how you can make
math ain't mathin'.
Toyota math. You know how you can make it make sense? By scrolling on down, using a little mouse. Boop, boop. Oh, what's that red button? Subscribe, baby. And you can see us on the next one.
Thanks, guys.